So I decided that I'm going to show you guys two different ways I do my brows. One is with the brow pencil, one is with the dip brow. Majority of the time I do it with the dip brow, but for demonstration purposes, I'm going to do it with the pencil as well. So the pencil I'm going to be using is the NYX Professional Makeup Precision Brow Pencil in black. Now, this is a really great pencil. I love the fact that there's a spoolie at the end. I feel like maybe I should have went with the dark brown, but the color it's not bad. I just feel like maybe I should have went with dark brown. My hair is actually naturally jet black, which is weird because not a lot of people have jet black hair, but yes. So what you can do is you just start from the bottom here and follow the natural line that you just started. And you're just gonna do small feathered strokes in the direction of the hair. And like you see, I could get away with this because of the fact that my hair is jet black. But personally, if I did want it to look a bit more natural, I should have went with the dark brown. And as you can see, I'm just doing small feathered strokes to help fill in any area that has, that you can see skin. Because the whole point is you want to have that affect the full brows. And like I said, just short feathered strokes, even at the beginning over here. Once you get here, instead of slanting it to the side, you're going to have it straight up and pull it up towards your forehead. And as you can see, it's significantly darker than this one over here. You're going to alternate between the pencil side and the spoolie side to make sure that you're working the product into your brows so that everything looks uniform. Just working the product in. We're going to flip back to the pencil side and fill it in some more. Work the brush in to work the product and spread it around. So this is my natural brow, my natural looking brow. Now I'm going to fill in the other side, doing the same exact thing. And just work the product through. I'm now going back and forth sideways to further work the product in. And so these are my natural looking brows. This is great for somebody that just needs to, put some product into their brows before they go. You could clean it up with concealer, but then I feel like that defeats the purpose of doing your brows quickly in less than 5 minutes and just being on the go. I feel like when you do the whole concealer thing, that makes them a little bit more full glam. So that's why I didn't apply concealer to these. So I'm just gonna wipe these off and then I'm gonna show you how I do it using a dip brow. So now for the main event, I'm gonna show you how I do my brows using a dip brow. I'm going to be using the NYX number 18 angled eye brush, pencil, spoolie, whatever you wanna call this thing, and the Anastasia Beverly Hills dip brow in dark brown. And to clean up under my brows, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Chestnut. I also use this to prime my lids when doing eyeshadow, and that's because it's like a shade lighter than me, and I use lighter than me very loosely because it's damn near almost my skin complexion, but it's just a tad bit lighter, and that's what helps my brows pop, as well as when I use it for my eyes as a base for my eyeshadows, it helps my colors pop. So this is what I'm going to be using to demonstrate how I do my brows using a dip brow. So first, Gonna brush these hairs in place. And then dipping it into the Dipbrow itself. I'm going to follow the natural shape of the brows, starting at the bottom and working my way across. I made a small line and I'm bringing it straight across towards the end. And I'm bringing it down. I'm now going to do the same step above my brows. I'm slightly tapping and dragging. You can also, if you feel more comfortable, you can just do it straight across and create like as if you're tracing a line, because this is pretty much what you're doing. You're outlining the outer and inner parts of your brow. Taking a little bit of product at the time. Now going into the brow itself, I'm going to fill it in. It's pretty much just shading it in. And it may not look like it, but I'm actually picking the brush up from my brows and placing it back in very quickly to give that shaded look without it being too much product at once. That way I have the most control over what I'm doing. Don't focus on the front of your brows, just worry about the brow itself. Now flipping it over and using the spoolie side, I'm going to make sure to work the product into my brows. Now for the most part, as you can see, my brow is fully filled in, but I still have those little bit of areas that are pretty much sparse and you can still see skin. So I'm just gonna go right back in to the other side of that brush and dip back into some more product and pat that into that area. And then I'm just gonna go back in with the brush and work it through. I'm also using small feathering strokes, slightly going upward and slanted as well. And then right back in to work in that product. Now I'm gonna give you a really quick and easy way to figure out if your arch is where you want it to be, if the tail of your brow is where you want it to be, and the beginning of your brows want it to be. So you know how in math class, how we had to do the scales with the degrees and it was like, it's like a 45-degree angle or it's like an obtuse triangle and stuff like that? Okay, so same concept, believe it or not, you're actually using that in the real world. You're gonna put your brush right here, and as you can see, the beginning of my brow is in perfect alignment with the edge of my nostril. So that's how I know that my brow is where it's naturally supposed to be. Now, as far as the arch goes, the center of your pupil, I think that's what it's called, your eyeball, the brown part, whatever. I'm assuming it's the pupil. I failed science. I did great in math, but science was not my thing. Make sure that it's at an angle, and as you can see, my arch is at an angle. Now, as far as the edge of your brow, as you can see, it's perfectly in alignment with the outer corner of your eye. And that's exactly how you want to make sure that your brow is in the place that it needs to be, and not only that, that it's shaped correctly for your eye. Well, not for your eye, for your face shape itself. So this brow is done. I'm gonna quickly do this side. Putting a little bit of concealer on the back of my hand. And I'm using my Artist Love 4 brush. You can use a concealer brush as well. I'm using this because I don't know where my other brush is, but it's pretty much all shaped the same. They're just different sizes. And you can actually get this at Walmart. You can get this at Michael's. You can get it in any arts and crafts store. These are really great brushes. They're extremely inexpensive. Most companies, for one of these brushes, they'll charge you anywhere from $4 to $24, where you can go to Walmart, Michael's, or a craft store and get an assorted pack of maybe 20 to 50 brushes, anywhere from $4 to $15. So you do the math, like you're saving a lot more just by using a craft brush. And this is actually what I use to cut my crease. Like I said, I have them in different sizes. I have the Dale and Rowney brushes. If you've watched my tutorials, you've seen me use those a couple of times as well. And they're all in different sizes. I even have some mini fan brushes. Go check them out. Like I said, they're really inexpensive. They work just as good. And yeah, so this is what I'm using to clean up my brow. I already dipped it into the concealer that's on the back of my hand, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow below where I just did my brows, following the same shape and everything. I'm staying below the hair, not going past it. And as you can see, look at that. Look at that. You see how easy that was? Look at that. And now you just pat and drag down towards your lid. Pat and drag, pat and drag. Pat and drag, pat and drag, pat and drag, pat and drag. Just pretty much just all you're doing. You can raise your brows if need be to make sure that you get a really precise blend. And that's pretty much all you're doing, is just blending the concealer and patting it into your skin. And you can tell I'm patting it because when I first started, the brush was completely white. And then when I started marking out with the concealer, only the tip was brown. And now, as you can see, the brown is starting to travel down because all I'm doing is patting it into my skin. Even turn it sideways if need be. And just really pat that into the skin. This just gave me life. I didn't even plan on doing my makeup today, and I may have to do my makeup today because I don't want this brow to go to waste. Look at that. This is a brow, guys. This is a brow. Can't nobody tell you shit when a brow's like this. Excuse my language, but can't nobody tell you nothing when your brow's like this. This brow is literally everything. Look at the difference. Look at this. Look at this. Now I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Can't nobody tell you nothing. Can't nobody check you with these brows. Can't nobody ruin your day with these brows. These are just, ugh. And now just making sure the front is blended. And as I'm brushing these up, I'm also slightly pulling it towards the opposite brow. Same with this side. Brushing up. And now brushing towards the opposite brow. And these are how the brows come out. So like I said, I had no intentions of doing makeup or anything, but these brows are just everything right now. So I'm gonna do a full face real quick and then come back and close out the video. We'll close out the tutorial. And this completes my brow tutorial. I wanted to give you two different eyebrow looks, one a little bit more natural, another one a little bit more glam. And hopefully I gave you some tips and tricks that you may want to implement into your daily beauty routine. I did the rest of my face off camera. Any questions that you may have about products that were used is going to be listed in the description box. Yeah, I just really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I actually had a lot more fun doing it than I thought I was, so sweet. Like I said, just practice, practice, practice. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what other material you would like to see. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell so that you could be notified when I upload some more videos. And that's pretty much it. I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.